Okay, I'm going to start in on a Sega CDX console. I really like this console. Kind of ahead of its time. It'll play Sega Genesis carts as well as the CD games. If you've never heard of this, this is a beast of a machine. It's if you ever heard of the JVC XI, same exact thing, except like half the size of an XI, official Sega product. Very, very expensive machine, so it was kind of rare. Not a lot of people had them, which is another reason I like it so much. So this might be the beginning of a series of different CDX videos, but this one's going to basically focus on repair. Scott has sent me this one, and he sent along a cap kit from Console 5, which I believe I've done a video, I don't remember which console it was, where somebody sent a cap kit from Console 5, and I was kind of leery about the caps, but they turned out to be, decent quality. He also sent a new laser to put into his CDX, which is a very common problem for old CD systems, is for the laser to fail. But it could be the caps are the problem. It could just be out of adjustment or something. I do have an official CDX AC adapter. This huge beast of a wall wart. Of course, I could just run on an unofficial adapter, but I just happen to have one for testing. And I do get power. You see the orange glow. So that's a good sign. And let's see. I have to track down my Genesis hookup cord here, among other things. Okay, I got my AV cord here. So the BIOS seems to work, but the cart itself does not want to load. It should load almost immediately after this screen. Huh? This time it did. Okay. Okay, so the cartridge portion seems to be working. Let's see about the CD portion, which I assume does not. It did spin. That's a good sign. Okay, on his note, he's saying blue LED mod, replace and fix laser, recap console, repair headphone jack and volume slider, which could be part of the whole cap issue. But I would say laser's fine. I mean, it's playing. Ah, it's freezing up and it's searching a little bit here now. Okay. Well, that makes me wonder if it's having problems as it gets towards the outside of the disc. So I've got an old audio CD that I like to use for this. And what I'll just do is search through the songs and let it play the beginning of each song. It's already having problems with track 2. Looks that way. Take it to track 14 and see if it'll go way out. Yeah, it did. Took a minute. And the next song, 15, is not going so well. I need to look at that AV port a little bit too. It's playing song 15. Went right to 16. So it's possible, I've shown this on the Turbo Duo, but it's possible that just some adjustment pots need tweaked. Yeah, it's playing song 12, so you may need to just get it dialed back in. Of course, you know, if you're messing with caps and stuff like that in there, you're going to have to readjust them anyway, most times. I've gotten away with it a few times, but on the Duo there's like 4 pots. I don't know what I might have to look it up on the CDX to refresh my memory on it though. But when we get to that point I'll show them. But for now, I think we'll just take it apart, clean it, start looking at the caps and see if any are leaking and corroding traces and stuff like that, and probably go ahead and use the cap kit if we do find some bad caps, and then retest with the old laser and see if it makes a difference, and if it didn't, then we'll try to tweak it. If that doesn't work, then we'll put in the new laser. Let's go. Okay, so there's just the 2 main boards in the CDX. 3 if you want to count the power board as being a separate board. It just plugs into the back of the top board. Or plugs into the back of the bottom board, I should say. This one actually sits on top of this one. There is only, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 electrolytics on the bottom board, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the power board. But the top board has a bunch. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Wow! 27 boards, or 27 caps on the top board. So I should say 27 electrolytics. The thing is they are probably high quality. Okay, I see. I think these are all the little black ones are Sanyos. I see Rubicon. Little purple ones are Sanyos. The big blue ones on the power board are Rubicons. And the little black ones are Sanyos again. I would say there's probably nothing wrong with any of these caps. They are all through hole, so they will be easy to replace if need be.
But what I'm going to do is break out the old LCR meter and test a bunch of them. Otherwise, I think I can just get away with adjusting the pots. And there are the 4 pots are right here on the top board. Let's see, they're labeled PLL, phase lock loop. EFB, T gain, and T offset. I think those might be the exact same ones on the Duo. I'd have to check, but if so, the Duo, the Turbo Duo, there's a thread in PC Engine. Where does it see? There's a PC Engine forum. I think it's PC Engine FX forums or PCFX forums. Anyway, there's a thread that I mentioned it in a Turbo Duo video I did about adjusting a laser or the caps or something like that, and it's a very, very good guide for doing this. That's probably what I'll use. I think I've even, I went ahead and I have marked these 4 pots where I've already marked them just for a reference point. I just took a little fine tip Sharpie, a very, very fine tip, ultra fine tip I should say, and I marked them that way. If it just goes all to shit, I can just put them back to where they were and start fresh, which I've honestly never had to do. On the Duos, you can pretty much do it by ear, and you just move it one way until it starts messing up, move it back the other way until it starts messing up, and then go for somewhere in the middle, and it's usually fine. Let's see. I think I'm just gonna test the caps on the power board. I really don't think it's worth replacing all these caps. If they all test good, then the customer's not going to pay me a bunch of money to replace good caps. So I'll test these 6 on here just to make sure they're okay, because these are the ones that are going to see the most abuse. Other than that, I don't think I'm going to worry about replacing caps. And honestly, you probably never would have to. I mean, I know this console's 15 some years old now, but still, I think they'd easily last a really, really long time before we have to worry about it. Especially seeing how these things really aren't well known, and probably don't see the kind of use that like an Xbox 360 sees nowadays. I mean, you're just not going to be playing this thing all day every day, so it's not likely the caps will see a lot of use and abuse. But I'm going to test these caps, put it all back together, and then I'm going to go back to adjust on the pots and see if I can make the old laser work just by adjusting the pots. And if not, I'll put in a new laser, because we do have a new laser to install if need be. So let's do that. Okay, this one looks like a 470. I'm only getting 438, but 0.1 ESR. Let's see what the other ones look like. All 4 of the big blue ones are 470. .890, 0.11. Must be in series with that one. And this one is also right at 437.099 ESR. And the little ones are, okay, this one's 100 microfarad and this one is 4.7. .1 and 4.56 and 0.04. That one's definitely good. I guess if you wanted to be a stickler about it, you know, I don't. Let's see, where's that kit? Hang on, let me find the caps in that kit. Yeah, that Console 5 sells a kit. I was just curious if the replacement caps were the correct height and diameter. They do look like it. That looks like the 470 is exactly the same. That is something you want to watch out with, getting caps to replace caps in your console. I've had a few problems with the Turbo Duo. I finally got it figured out, but I don't think it'll be much of a problem. Even actually on the power board, I don't think there's anything back there. Well, I'm wrong. There is the battery compartment. But I'm betting it's, you can probably use a little bit taller caps than that and still be quite fine. Anyway, I think I'm just going to put this back together and adjust the pots to see if I can get it going right.
One thing I forgot to look at was the headphone output and slider. You mentioned that it was not quite working right, but I think all it really was I needed to mess with it. You know, again, it's 15 years old, custom oxidation. I also took the jack and twisted it around a lot, in and out a lot. Matter of fact, there's a lot of crud on my jack. It may have come from this. Anyway, I just twisted it around a bunch. Kept messing with the slider. I can still hear a little bit of crackling from minimum to full. So I might see if I can take that apart a little bit and clean it, because I think that's probably all it really needs. There's a few caps around it, and I checked those and they're fine. But I can go to full and not hear any crackling. But when I first plugged in and tried it, I actually could. And the more I messed with it, the more that it was okay. So I think that was the only thing going on. But we might take it apart and just check it here in a minute. Okay, with the laser assembly in its proper place, it covers 2 of the 4 pots. So what I might try to do, see if I can move it over here out of the way. It'd be cool if I could set it on that damn door switch too. I don't want it to, I don't want the laser to, the sled to move back and forth and jam on anything though. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to play with this and see where a good place to put it is. This might actually do it. Yep. Set the card underneath the sled, and it's just right to where it's actually making the door switch. Which one's reset? Yikes. Okay, right now I'm going to review that, it did finally come up. I'm gonna go review. Played the first song okay, but it took forever to get to it. Two to three went okay. 3 to 4 went okay. Come on. Ooh. 4 to 5 might have failed. See if we can go to 6, 7. What I'm doing is skipping between song tracks on the CD. This is one of those CDs that it's got a lot of music on it. There's like 16 tracks on here, so the laser will move all the way to the edge of the disc, and that's really good for testing. Yeah, I can't get it to do anything. It moved back to the inside. Now it's back on the outside. So anyway, I'm going to review that thread and then come back and start playing with these and just see if I can do any good. I usually use I have this little plastic screwdriver thing that I usually pull out. These are nice enough to where you could probably just use, I mean, these are nice big plastic heads on them where you could use a metal screwdriver and it wouldn't hurt anything, but I don't remember where I got this. In fact, it looks like it's all screwed up now. I may not use it at all. But on the Duo, the pots have metal heads on them. It seems like when you touch it with another piece of metal, it causes interference and stuff. So, yeah. Let's see if I can stop this. And I'll go review that thread real quick. I do want to look at that lens. Don't remember if I ever cleaned it. Pretty sure I did. Maybe not. It's awful dirty. Of course, there's been some time lapse in between the first time I started the video and today. Must be quite a bit of dust collected on it. Yeah, that's much better. It always helps to have a light, and then this little LED flashlight just really makes it easy to look at the lens and see anything on it. Okay, so and the CD is not scratch free, but it's also within reason, I should say. Let's try this again. I'd say it's doing a lot better. That might actually be the scratches in the disc causing the, I mean, some track movements was easy and some aren't that easy. Which maybe if the laser is failing and it's not I don't know, as strong as a new one, maybe that would help. It sure wouldn't take much to switch it out and find out. Sometimes it's just boom, and then sometimes you hear it messing around a bit. Cleaning it sure helped.
Okay, I'm done. Let's I'm gonna go ahead and try swapping out this laser just to see. Okay, I have a ribbon cable here. Easy enough to get out. Or flat flex, I should say, not ribbon. And there's 3 connectors on the back. 2 of them look like they might be easy to swap, but the blue and red is in the center and black is on the outside. I like to use needle nose to pull those. And ooh, this one looks really easy. Looks like we just got a Phillips head there, and then the bar will come out. Yep. Okay. They definitely look the same. And flat flex on the laser, do the same thing. That's flimsy. That was super easy. I really like this setup. Some consoles, it's just insanely difficult to do that. That was like nothing. Uh-oh. What did I do wrong? That should not slide like that. There's a spring stuck to the magnet here on the laser. Totally missed it. Oh crap. I have to figure out where that goes. It's not glaringly obvious to me just yet.
There's a little nub right there. About the only place it could go. Oh, that's going to be difficult. Especially since there's a magnet right there trying to move it. Man. Uh-oh, there it went. I have to pause on that one. It might take me a while to find it. Well, thank God for hardwood floors. The best way I can see is to assemble it and then try to shove that spring in there. There we go. Okay. Now we're talking. Okay, so aside from that spring and the flimsy flex circuit, it was rather easy. Saying no disc. Not even attempting to spin it. Well, poo. It looks like it made it return to center, though. Yeah. It's even making it, the lens pop up and down. So I don't think it's the flex circuit. Well, the only thing left is these wires over here, and they are hard to screw up. Could it be that the new laser is bad? No disc. Yeah, we might need to tweak our pots again. So I'm going to put them all back to the start places. I want a new laser anyway, so. Oh, I seen something. Negative. Okay, T-out track offset didn't seem to do anything. Track gain doesn't seem to do anything. Well, that's interesting. So we know the sled's working. I wonder if you could swap the sled motor and disc motor down here. Move the sled out so it's not making the switch, which is obviously the... Oh, never mind. The black wires are the big connector. That's obviously the sled has moved all the way in switch. So you can't just swap connectors, that's too bad. Well, I mean, I have heard of brand new lasers being bad. And I've heard of flex circuits being dirty. Those look super clean. Definitely feels like it's in all the way on that one. How about this laser? Is it dirty? Does not look like it. Darn. Never forget the easy stuff. Negative. Man, you wouldn't think a brand new laser would cause more problems. The only thing I can really think to do is just go ahead and put the old one back in, just to make sure I didn't screw something else up. Looks like the flex circuit looked a little bit tarnished on the small end. Although it felt like it went all the way in on that one, and it looks like it's sticking out the same as it was on the new one. Okay. Back to the old lens. Spins right away. That is unbelievable. A dead laser right off the bat. A brand new one, and it's dead. And lasers do have pots on them. There's this very small pot there, but I'd have to find out which way to turn it to crank it up or down. Crank it up, you can kill it. Well, now I lost all my settings for all the pots. What happened? Disc. Okay, well, it doesn't seem like it's going to get any better playing with it. And since the new laser is dead, put in some Sear Shark here and just see if it plays very well. I don't remember how far we got into the game the last time.
Maybe you're good enough, Dog Meat. Let's find out. Freeway Junction's coming up. Stay cool. Don't let them freak you out. Catfish the whole hog. Uh-oh. I'm Renegade Mate! The critter's at 3, 6, 3.
Well, it's playing okay, it's running okay.
You're off course!
Look at that. Right in the middle of the game. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. See it flashing CD right in the center of the screen. Well, poo. Problem is I don't seem to be getting very good feedback from messing with these.
Remember your jump data! Get this crate on track, pistol neck! We got some hungry critters bearing 9 or 12 crates.
Really? It's not even doing anything this time. Just flat out froze. Now it's flashing CD, but I got to do something there for a second.
Wrong way, butt brains! Recharge coming up!
Flashing CD again. The hell? Credits?
Here we go again. Maybe you're good enough to draw feet. Let's find out. Freeway junction's coming up. Stay cool. Don't let them freak out. The critter's at 3, 12, 3. Nav error. You're on course.
I really don't understand this game. I mean, what is this?
Remember your jump data.
It's just all over the place. It doesn't really mean anything to me. Just shooting rats and bats. I usually only do that like when they're right up close to me.
Get this crate on track.
A seems to be the only button that does anything. Thing should have died 20 times.
Some hungry critters bearing 12, 6, 9.
This might actually be the first I've played this, the longest I've played this, without it trying to seek. Uh-oh. Spoke too soon. Oh.
Wrong way, butt brain. Recharge coming up.
What the hell? Do you always die there? I don't get it. It's happened to me every time I've played this game. And then credits. Really? I don't know, but it did seem to do better that time. I think I'm going to email the customer and see if he wants to try to get another laser and put in a new laser. See if it does any different. Probably just button up this video to show it to him so he can see what's going on. If we do end up getting a new laser and trying it, then I'll make a new video. But definitely don't think I'll ever offer CDX cap jobs. I just don't see that being an issue for a very long time. Although CD or a laser replacement seems to be super easy. I do like that. So what I really do, clean the laser lens, adjust the pots a little bit. That seems like that's really all I've done, but I don't know. We'll see.